Alright, welcome to Monkey Productions. Today what we're going to be doing is installing our Painless trail rocker system. Again, thanks to the Mobile Jeep Club for their raffle. Here's what we got. Alright, so it's sitting in the back of the Jeep here. Got a nice little box. Open that bad boy up. Show you what we got. So what the Painless system is, if you don't know, is sort of kind of basically a alternative to the trail rocker system. Let me set this down on the ground actually so we can talk about it a little bit. Alright. So it's a pre-wired system, just like the S-Pod system. You got a trail rocker by Painless little switch system here. It's actually 5 switches. The fifth switch over here is a on off on system, so I'll probably replace that later with a momentary connection and set up a winch. But today what we're going to do is we're going to install the system, and then I only have one accessory right at the moment for this. So the rest of the box, throw that out of the way. You got your controller here. It's going to connect directly to the battery. Got some zip ties. Got a whole bunch of pre-wired stuff. You pull that out, and there's all the wires there that are going to be used for this. So, all right. So Painless sends you a let's see how many pages this thing is. 49-page install guide. All right. So I'm not going to read step by step and go through this. Basically, what I'm going to do is just tell you what we're doing. So the first few steps, we're going to remove you're going to put it in drive and 4 low, which, as you can see, all that dirty stuff over there, I already did that. And then we're going to disconnect the negative lead and start installing. Again, you can get this installation guide whenever you get it. Also, you can download it on their website. Alright, so what we've done so far is we removed the negative battery cable. We removed this bolt over here so that the controller can go on top of this thing here. It said to remove the 2 grommets here, but the 3rd grommet was down here and it was kind of restricting my movement of the wiring loom, the factory wiring loom. So I went ahead and removed that one too. And you're going to take your big clamp, you're going to install that. You pull it down out of the way, and then you're going to take your bolt and your nut and lock washer, or I'm sorry, your lock nut, and put it through there. Alright, so the instructions did say to remove the engine cover there to kind of help out. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a pain whenever I started this. So got that out of the way. The grommet bolts or C-clamps, whatever you want to refer to them as, they're actually 7/16. So we're going to tighten this down. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to install the controller. I already moved the factory bolt there. as you can see, I have the directions here. I'm actually going to start following them more since I've already screwed up a couple of times now. So this just slides right in, right on top, body bolt. Good. Alright, so we have two other little C-clamps. What that's going to do is it's going to, looks like we're going to wrap these back around and go over there. Yep. Alright, so I have a couple of extra wires floating around here that are going to disappear here shortly. Alright, so that's super weird that you can still move the wiring within the loom there.
Nothing that zip tie can't fix.
Yeah. So, well, what I'm about to do now, so these wires are actually running the ARB switch that's in there right now. I'm going to jerk those out, or yank those out, and then I'm going to zip tie this loom up into the same area as the original. Alright, so what we're doing next is we're going to run this wiring loom. As you can see, I kind of cleaned up the extra stuff that I had. I took that off of the original wire loom. Disconnected the ARB compressor. We'll get into that a little later. So what the direction says is normally, I guess, on the other types of Jeeps or the other JKs, the horn that's here is usually here in the way. Right now I have the ARB compressor installed. I'm not going to uninstall that, but what I need to do is take this and put it through that hole right there. So we'll be doing that here in just a second. Alright, so we got it through the hole. See it there? Hopefully you can see that. Not so well, but I'm going to show you what it looks like from the inside. See here. Yeah. Alright, so it's coming through the firewall right there. We're gonna slink it through, and then the next area of responsibility, I guess if you want to call it that, we're gonna take off the dash. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pull the center console up just a little bit. It is on snaps. I already loosened it up, so we're gonna pull that out of the way. Then we're gonna take a screwdriver, stick it in there. Do the same thing for the center console, for the net system, which you just pop the top 4 and then pull that out, pull it out of the way. We're going to set it right there. And then the trail rocker itself is going to go in here. We're going to feed it. Alright, so what we did was we're going to feed the wire loom through here, down on the bottom. The directions kind of tell you to do it over on this side where my hand is right now pointing. But there's this wire loom, the factory wire loom is kind of in the way for that. So you feed that under there. Then the next thing that we're going to do is just going to kind of feed it back. If you can see, now it is underneath the dashboard. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull off this dashboard panel right here. Just going to kind of give it a little bit of a snug little pull. Couple of them on that side, a couple on that side, and then it just moves out. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to remove this metal piece right here. Let me
we're going to take the harness that from the trail rocker itself underneath the dash. We're going to feed it in. We're going to take this wire loom that came through the firewall. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to feed it through. Actually going to feed it back. With this here, you would connect it to your ignition, and you wire it in, and then you just connect it up to the wiring loom itself. I'm not going to do that. I'm okay with it being hot all the time. So I'm just going to connect these to each other. Should be good to go. All right. I'm going to leave that open for right now. Could you back the camera up? Alright, so to put your trail rocker panel in, all you're going to do is basically the reverse of what you did earlier. You put it into the same spot as the original. Slink it down. And there we go. So we got to clean it up a little bit, get it stuck down, but we have it installed. Power is attached. We're through the firewall, connections, and op test is sat. So there is power going to all the lights. So here's the after. We installed our Painless trail rocker system today. Looking at the system here. All right, so this is your controller unit, relays, fuses, stuff of that sort. Looking at this, I think this is the 57150, I believe is the part number for this. I want to say this is going to be for the in-cab winch control. There's another piece that goes to it. I have it stored away, and I'm anxious to see what it is. Painless, if you're actually watching this video, I'd love you to make a comment and tell me if I'm right or wrong. And please put out the wiring diagram for that so that we can get it hooked up once I do get a winch. As you can see, I don't have a winch yet. I plan on getting one. You saw my phone there where I'm watching myself shoot this video. That's cool. Alright, so I got the loom running back behind here. Got it over here. The Painless wiring harness comes right here. I got it kind of stuffed around. As you can tell, I cut it down. It's actually about 8 feet long. I didn't need all that.